provisions of Section 206 of the Penal Code. Turning to the fifth accused, as already stated, there was no evidence demonstrating any motive or malice from him and nothing linking him to the murder of the deceased, save for the deceased mobile phone, which was in his possession, and as I have already found, was adequately explained. This judgment would not be complete without considering the glaring omission of the state to present one Mohammed Hassan to face trial alongside the 5 accused persons in this case. Throughout the proceedings, he loomed large. The embassy staff, notably the drivers PW1 and PW2, told the court that prior to the arrival of Olga Fonseca, the deceased ambassador, Mohammed Hassan had unlimited access to the embassy vehicles and was driven around as he wished. PW1 and 2 testified that Mohammed Hassan moved into the embassy residence during the tenure of Ambassador Gerardo and also lived there when Dwight took over. It became clear that Hassan Mohammed wielded a lot of power and authority at the Venezuelan embassy and residence, and that he would at times pay the workers and grant permission from work, and they knew him as the boss of the embassy. From the evidence on record, it has been clearly established that there was a laissez-faire attitude from Dwight Sagaray in the manner in which he conducted himself at the embassy and the residence. In his defense, Dwight told the court that he knew or thought Mohammed was an official of the Kenyan government, that he met with Mohammed at national celebrations of Brazil and Egypt and Egyptian national days, where he, Mohammed, introduced himself as a diplomat to Kenya to Pakistan. Dwight produced a bundle of photographs, Defense Exhibit 24, which showed the image of Mohammed in the company of former senior government officials, including Mr. Yusuf Haji, a former Minister for Defense, and Najib Balala, a former Minister for Tourism. Dwight Sagaray told the court that that was the reason he believed that Mohammed was a government official. This court believes that Mohammed Hassan, the suspect at large, was a well-connected individual. This is because no ordinary person would, without authority, find their way into a foreign state's embassy and overrun it. Although the photographs produced by Dwight were not authenticated to prove that the person pointed out by him was Mohammed, the testimonies of the various witnesses paint him as a person of influence, thereby lending credibility to Dwight's assertion that Mohammed was either an influential person or was connected to influential persons. A look at the testimony of number 230945, Inspector Boniface Muley, PW20, who was dispatched to arrest Mohammed, was quite telling. PW20 casually told the court that he visited the home of Mohammed's parents and found a young man whom he thought was Mohammed's brother. He made no effort to confirm whether or not the individual was Mohammed. The fact that Mohammed has not been arrested years later shows that there was lackluster or no effort at all on the part of the investigators to find and arrest him to face the charge of murder. To date, the warrants of arrest against Mohammed Hassan remain unexecuted. Justice demands that the said suspect at large be traced, arrested, and charged. To this end, this court directs the Deputy Registrar of the Court to certify this judgment to the Director of Public Prosecutions for action. In the final analysis, I am satisfied that the prosecution has proved the charge of murder against the first, second, third, and fourth accused beyond reasonable doubt. I find that Dwight Sagaray first accused, Hamed Mujivane Omido, second accused, Alex Sifuma Wanyonyi, third accused, and Moses Kiprotich Kalia, fourth accused, guilty of the offense of murder, contrary to Section 203 of the Penal Code. Each of them is convicted accordingly. I find that the prosecution has not proved the charge against Kipngeno Kirui Chelogoi, the fifth accused, to the required legal standard. I give him the benefit of doubt. He is thus acquitted under Section 215 of the Criminal Procedure Code. As I conclude this judgment, I wish to express my gratitude to the Learned Prosecution Council, to the Learned Defense Council, for their industry and dedication to the cause of justice. I also thank all the parties, including the accused, for their patience during the pendency of this trial. And this is the judgment of this court dated today. The 25th day of January 2023. Counsel. Yes, Counsel. Yes, Counsel.